This is Eden. Eden is facing many questions regarding the tax that he has to pay to IRAS. IRAS, commonly known as Inland Revenue Authority of Singapore, is a tax authority in Singapore. Want to know more about the tax liability you may potentially have? IRAS calculates the tax liability that individuals own for every year of assessment, known as YA. Suppose you're due for taxes for YA 2021. This means that you're essentially paying for any chargeable tax during the calendar year from January 1st, 2020 to December 31st, 2020. Now, if taxes are due for YA 2020, what duration is the taxes you're paying for based on? It is from January 1st, 2019 to December 31st, 2019. Eden works in Singapore from January 1st to June 30th. By definition, he is a tax resident. So what is a tax resident? You are a tax resident if you work for 183 days for the year of assessment. The converse is true. If you work for less than 60 days, your income is tax exempt. Anything in between, you are a non-tax resident. Tax liability is computed with statutory income first. Eden makes $72,000 in YA 2020 from working in ABC Private Limited. On top of that, he earns $10,000 in rental income in YA 2020. These will be part of statutory income. In fact, many other forms of income are part of statutory income, such as dividends from overseas companies that were remitted to Singapore. However, capital gains from investments and dividends from Singapore tax resident companies are not taxed. Similarly, interest income from Singapore-approved banks, such as DBS, etc., are not taxed. Assessable income is derived from taking statutory income less any approved donations made during the year of assessment. Any donations are currently 2.5 times tax deductible. What this means is that, for instance, Eden donates $1,000 in the year of assessment. He is eligible for a tax relief of $1,000 times 2.5, which is $2,500, which will be used to less his statutory income. Remember, he has a statutory income of $82,000 in YA 2020. What is his assessable income now? That's right, it is $82,000 less $2,500, which is $79,500. Finally, to determine your chargeable income, it is simply your assessable income less all other reliefs. For instance, Eden works for ABC Private Limited and will be eligible for $1,000 relief, coined Earned Income Relief. Furthermore, Eden makes a contribution of $20,400 for his CPF. This would entitle him to $20,400 in CPF relief. Finally, Eden has just welcomed his first newborn, which would entitle him to $4,000 in qualifying child relief. In total, he is eligible for $25,400 in reliefs. There are many other items that contribute to reliefs, and each individual is different, so you might be eligible for more or less reliefs than Eden. In all, reliefs are capped at $80,000 per year of assessment. After determining the chargeable income, Eden is taxed at a progressive tax rates depending on his income bracket. Unlike flat rates that some countries adopt to tax individuals, Singapore uses progressive tax rates. A look at the IRAS website for the income bracket you fall in will allow you to know the rate that you are taxed by. Let's get to Eden for an example. His chargeable income is $79,500 less $25,400, which is $54,100. The first $40,000 is $550. The next $14,100 will be charged at 7%, which is $987. In all, he has a tax liability of $1,537. But wait, do you remember Eden's newborn child? Given that this is Eden's first child, he is entitled to a rebate of $5,000. This rebate can be utilized in the current year to offset against tax liability either this year or in the future year of assessments. Assuming Eden utilizes $1,537 of the $5,000, His net tax liability would be $0 in YA 2020, and the remaining $3,463 will be carried forward for deduction against future tax liability. Besides parenthood tax rebates, you may refer to IRAS website for a comprehensive list of other rebates. Have other questions related to each individual part? Leave your comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.